Cancer is a very powerful term that makes anybody that even hears the word very nervous, let alone the thought of actually developing it. But imagine not only hearing it, but having it, and for the second time. Phil is 23 years old and has been told that after 18 months of struggling with his first cancer treatment, it has returned for the second time. Initially, he had a tumor in his hand, which was cut out and killed with several chemotherapy sessions, but now it lays close to the armpit of his abdomen. Rabdomyosarcoma is a cancerous tumor of the muscles that are attached to the bones. It can occur in many places in the body. The most common sites are the structures of the head, neck, and the urethral tract, or the arms or legs. The cause of rhabdomyosarcoma is unknown. It is a rare tumor with only several hundred new cases per year. I was lucky enough to sit down with Phil and ask him a few questions about his experience.
I was really positive.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a real positive person before I found out. So yeah, I knew something good was going to come out of it. So yeah, obviously couldn't work and everything. Totally new direction and whole life. And secondaries came back after I thought I was all good. I was getting on with my life, studying art. Yeah, then it came back. First time was in my hand, right hand. It got cut out. And yeah, after 12 months, chemo, I had enough, that was it. And then after 6 months, came back in my lymph node, in my armpit. It's right there. And there's some suspicious lumps in my lung, but it could be it. Like to party, like to drink. And yeah, obviously chemotherapy just makes you so weak after a while. I was walking slower than grandma uphill. I was walking slower than that, so going out at night, even just sitting around with your mates, you just don't want to be there. So basically just brought it down to almost nothing. Yeah, it's changed a lot. I haven't drinking a while, which is it's a good thing.
So what, with the surgery, is that really that they will have to do, or you've got to keep them?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Depending on that, and I'll see what happens next.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like draining out of you, really?
Yeah.
Fun. So we know, man, you're Jewish.
Oh, that's exactly where the lump was.
Oh!
Snap.
Oh, you can see like blood dripping and shit, like.
Yeah, that hurts my arms on that.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Some things. Because I got a nice big scar there. And I cut it out.
Yeah,
but I've just lost movement in my thumb, so it's permanent disability from what I was. Because I was a tradesman, cabinet maker, and I was doing horticulture at the time, horticulture apprenticeship as well, so can't go back to those kind of jobs. Yeah, it's been pretty hard on some family members, especially now that I came back for the second time. Stressed a couple of them out. It's pretty hard to have a relationship after you've had chemo, because it just, your attitude just makes you really irritated and angry and not much of a nice person. So trying to have a relationship and talk to someone, it's a lot on them to deal with as well. Being Christine, doxorubicin, and cyclophosphamide, and them together just really knock you around. Yeah.
Might make you yak and shit.
pretty much instantly.
What are they designed for? They flush it out, or they just
I don't know, I guess kill it, shrink it.
yeah.
Yeah, well, the hospital gives me everything they can to stop me from spewing, but it never works. The only thing I found that worked for me in the past was hash cookies. It's the only thing, and even then it was still pretty hard not to spew from it. It really helps with the mood, really snaps you out. It's just, I've been like just dead from chemo, which brings you back to life. Really good just for your overall attitude. Just wakes you up. You just feel like after you're smoking it, you're like, wow, I was just dead to the world beforehand. No, I'm up and doing something, I'm alive again, you know, it feels so good. Chemotherapy, apparently it's been declining in success since I first came out with it. It's like as low as 3%. In natural ways, if you caught early, done properly, 90%. That shit's out there now. There's no reason why it's all hidden undercover for all these new patients. It's just bam, straight into chemo. They don't tell you nothing about natural therapies because they're not making money from it. I mean, I'd rather do that than go through chemo.
Yeah, right.
Anyone would. Chemotherapy is horrible. They're the strongest drugs on the planet. I don't know. It just makes you feel horrible. It kills everything about you. It just kills your attitude towards life. It's the worst thing. It kills your immune system. Your immune system is what's gone wrong for the cancer to grow. And chemotherapy is killing that off as well. And the natural therapies is all about building that up, restoring your health. So your body is a natural killer. That's what we're designed to do. In my case, I needed some chemo at the start. My body was already in that danger zone. And the tumour I had in my hand was rapidly growing. It was huge. It was like a tennis ball, a small tennis ball in my hand. So natural stuff at that point wasn't really an option to quickly get it under control. And even so, I think 1 or 2 chemotherapy treatments for anyone is probably a smart thing. I would do it for sure. It's long drawn out, year-long chemos that what I had was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wasn't needed. It didn't fix the problem.
Yeah, right.
6 months, bam, it's back. I could have found it a month or so earlier. But I had to find it myself at night. And I was in bed sleeping on the side, I felt something. Yeah, well, I found Buddhism really helpful actually. Meditating really got rid of the anxiety I was feeling at the end of 9 or 10 months with the chemo. I was crazy. Really sort of anxious about the future and all that. So that sort of things, Buddhism and meditating really helped with that. And I got inspired with just artworks. I really wanted to paint. So yeah, painting and studying art was really helpful. And just getting out of the house in the sun, going for walks.
I don't know, where do you go from here, I guess?
Yeah, it's a good question. Just keeping as healthy as possible for the next at least 7 years. So I've got the best chance of keeping it at bay, getting over it completely. I think getting out of the city for a while is going to help.
Yeah.
Just following your passion. That's what we're going to start doing.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Finding
Eh?
my passion in life.
Yeah.